the ASP-sanctioned 5-star Volcom Pipe Pro.
Look at this. Here's our final.
2 champions in the final, and then you got Nathan Yeomans, and is this thing started off?
Well, that was white.
Was that your cell phone, or was that the start of the heat? That's the start of the heat. 35-minute heat, 34 minutes and 50 seconds. Did that count? The surfer in white, Kai Barger, does not waste any time.
Yes,
and that might have been after the post. Yeah, so here we go out in the lineup. It looks like a nice left, shaping up for one of our surfers. Jamie O'Brien's in red, Kai Barger in white, John John Florence in yellow, and Nate Yeomans. And you notice his board, he's changed it. It used to be Nate Dog, and he used to win in Newport Beach all the time. They called him Newport Nate. His new name, Nasty Nate. He's trying to intimidate him.
You know what's cool about this final is you've got 2 regular foots and you got 2 goofy foots. And right out the back right now, up and riding, looks like red.
Jamie O'Brien. That's how you start a heat in the finals, right there.
Right there.
Pig dog that thing, dropped in,
came
untouched.
out with a nice little ollie.
Oh my gosh!
So that's what we expected, right?
Yeah, well, that's what Red Bull expects out of Jamie O'Brien. All his other sponsors, you know, time to deliver. How do you make a living at just surfing one break? Well, this is how you do it if you're Jamie O'Brien. You deliver. Deep,
holding on, and watch me just gets a little ollie when he comes out here. Barrel.
Just make, you know, that's the coolest thing to me about Jamie O'Brien is when you see him surfing out there, he makes it look like, huh, maybe I could do that. It looks easy. But when you actually, you know, go out there and attempt anything even close to what Jamie O does, you realize very quickly that there's a reason why he is called one of the best ever to surf pipe.
And even on that wave, you kind of saw on those replays, there was a bunch of bump inside the barrel, and he got through that. And then just made it all the way out and kind of had a nice little finish.
There's a legend right there.
Wearing the blue.
Finish.
Wearing the blue shirt. That's Mick.
One of the coolest dudes ever. You get a chance to sit next to him at a party. So trust you, you're gonna have a good time. He's a classic character, and you know he's just like any other dad. He's super stoked for his son, and he's a proud father. And you can bet the loudest cheers will be coming from right over there at JOB's house.
Well, let me tell you, JOB's not a one-trick pony. I remember getting a perfect 10 up at Sunset Beach, and you know, he's been charging hard the last couple of years. You know, it was just about pipe, and now he's doing his thing. I think he wants to win a Triple Crown, but he wants to win this, not a first, not a second, or a third. He wants to win this event that's got a great history to it. He would love to win again. Here we go, Surfer Red. O'Brien, again.
Wait, now, how did he get this thing?
So, okay, Jamie O'Brien's putting his foot down. Right now, he's sitting on a 9, and somehow he made it back out and under everybody, and that one right there, that might be even better than his first score.
That was crazy. That was almost like a magic trick.
It's really strange because you look out there and you go, okay, I really don't see a wave. But Jamie's there, a wave comes, he gets it, and this first wave's a 9. What are they going to give him this?
He just leaned into that wall right there and completely disappears. This thing comes down. He comes out after the spit, somehow stands on his board.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, is because that first wave, he was paddling back out, so he's on the inside of the whole pack. So that wave just slipped by everybody, and he just grabbed it by himself.
There's something about paddling back out after getting a good wave. For some reason, whether you're free surfing, your home break, or anywhere, it's like you're paddling back out, and you see things that you don't see when you're sitting out there.
And those guys don't, especially when it hits a little bit on the inside of the ledge. And those guys are too far out to get it. You can see what it just did for Jamie here. He's got a commanding lead in a very good position from the start of the heat. So we'll see how things unfold as we've got another one out the back that nobody gets here.
Kai Barger looking at that and says, nope, that's not the left. The goofy fitters are still looking to pipe. Yeah, you can run back door, but you might want to be facing that wave on a day like this, or at least the condition. Here we go. Florence, John John Florence gets kick-started.
Well, not to be outdone by Jamie O'Brien. John John Florence going for that one.
Just got clipped.
You got to wonder what the other guys in the heat are thinking when they hear cheering, and then 30 seconds later, more cheering. Like, what just happened? I don't understand.
And then 35 seconds later, the guy that just got cheered is right next to you getting another wave.
Yeah, you know, JOB paddled out there and smiling to himself.
You know what? It's something you got to be really strong to not let that kind of shake you up. When you see a guy get 2 strong waves right off the bat, you're hearing the cheering, you're hearing the commentator, you don't really have any waves under your belt, and you just got to go, that's all right, there's plenty of time, I'm not going to let this bother me, and you just got to stay focused, because that can rattle you.
Well, you know what? They've spotted Jamie O'Brien, 17.33 points in the first 6 minutes. 17.33, a 9.0, an 8.33. Okay, Jamie, you've got your fun. Now, if you're going to ever score some massive points in the next 29 minutes, this is the place to do it.
Absolutely.
You better act like you're at the VQS Championships in Newport Beach. You better just get all excited and have some fun, right?
Yeah, and look at this. We still looks like we got a little bit of bump out the back, so no lack of excitement out here in the final.
Boy, we've had some great competition all the way through. Last year in the final, it was John John Florence edging out Jamie O'Brien, Chris Ward coming in 3rd, and Amayan Goodwin in a 4th place spot. Amayan's off with the family travel the world.
We've got
3 guys looking at it, but no, it is Nate Yeomans.
Oh, he's gonna come through this thing. Come out, come out.
He was pretty far back. He had a couple little step-ups and step-downs to get through, but all right. And another one out the back. Looks like yellow.
John
John.
Well, on his backhand, can the Magic Man do this again? So everybody knows right now with JOB sitting on those 2 amazing scores, they are going to have to pull a rabbit out of their hat and get something big.
Chris, Wooly, the thing that you've got to remember when you're watching this, when these guys aren't making these waves, they are being pushed into a position they normally wouldn't take off. These guys are trying to get the waves, trying to get the scores, but another surfer is driving them deeper into the lineup.
And that's how you saw in those last 2 waves, they both were really deep. It's challenging out there, and if you're not in the most perfect position, you're probably going to get clamped.
Your board's going to break. Your heart's going to break. You might get injured. Kai Barger now.
Speaking of positioning, what do we have out the back?
Perfect position right there. Drops in late. Comes up, comes out. Kai Barger. All right.
Deadly.
Well, hey, you know, the party isn't started anywhere yet because it's anyone's game out there. Kai Barger just dropped a bomb.
That was a bomb.
You can
right
bet
there.
JOB's out the back listening to the cheers.
The field is comboed by Jamie O'Brien in the first 6 minutes. That's about to change. Kai Barger in 4th with a .5 is now ready to get out of the combination situation.
Well, talk about critical,
right under the lip on the takeoff. He's deep right there.
Yeah, I mean, that wave right there is so difficult. Kai knows it's going to be a good score. Watch his nose when he drops in. Boom, just barely gets under that lip, pumps up into it. Completely gone. Little baby chandelier comes over, exits clean right there.
You know, Chris, that positioning, because you saw how he started really low and he had to get real high at the end of that wave. And that was perfect positioning. Kai knows what he's doing out here. He's been one of the standouts over the last couple of years, and he's going to get a good score for that ride.
Phenomenal drop where he had a chance to set his rail, decide to rock off it a bit and get more speed, then take that line.
Yeah,
look at the waves out the back. Here we go. They don't see him yet, but watch out. Surfer in red, Jamie O'Brien sees it now, and he's scrambling. Look at Jamie O'Brien trying to take the inside position. This first wave's funky. Second wave could be epic.
The Lions have entered the Coliseum, and it is on.
Jamie O'Brien kicking for the bomb, looking for a 10.
Wow, this is going to be a good wave right here if we can come out of this one.
Come out.
Oh.
Of course he comes out. Oh, and can you say right now, Jamie O'Brien is psyche.
And way out the back,
Kai Barger.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, my. Okay, we're looking at extremely high scores right here, back to back. Kai Barger has just made the beach go absolutely insane.
Now this,
you can hear it through the microphones. It is just going off down here.
That was a heavy exchange between Jamie and Kai. It'll be interesting what the judges are how they're gonna score those 2 waves.
The Spartans are coming to life. And look at this next wave. Watch out. Over. Look at this A-frame peak. Who's in position?
Oh, this is a beauty right here.
I've seen a lot of surf contests.
Turning around.
Nate Yeomans. San Clemente's
wave of his life. Let's see it.
Nasty Nate trying to get under the lip.
Just can't quite get around that section, but I tell you what, I got chills right now. That last set was incredible. Kai Barger's first wave is coming in at a really good score, well into the Excellent range, and then that second one he just got. Look at these guys, they're psyching. That was insane.
The hardest job for the judges on a final like this, where you don't think there's going to be waves, and they happen, for the judges
Now,
not to
here we go.
cheer.
Yeah,
The people on the beach were going nuts.
Now let's check these replays. Both these waves are just critical drops, super deep, coming out after the spit. Jamie kind of comes out at the top of the wave. He's fired up, and now let's see what Nate's got.
So this is another angle of the JLB wave, and right there, that section right there would have decapitated most of us. Right there, he just comes through, out high and tight. He throws the psych right there.
He is stoked.
Kai Barger, now he is going to, obviously out of the combination situation, looking to overtake Jamie O'Brien. We've got 2 big scores to come through.
Look at this.
That's as close to a 10 as you're going to see, if not a 10 right there. Look at that thing was, he almost got just destroyed dropping in. All the boys on Maui right now are just losing their minds. Kai Barger and JOB just going head to head on that last set.
I'm speechless, you guys. If you're
Kai Barger, a
back
.5.
to back,
and you think it's done. How many did you ride off the field after Jamie O'Brien opens with a 9, then he gets an 8.33. Kai Barger matches that with a bit with an 8.87, then comes back, and he's going to have Jamie O'Brien working for this if he wants to win it.
Well, it's going to be close.
Jamie O'Brien 9.47 and a 9.0 right now, a 2-wave total 18.47. Kai Barger 9.33. He is just being edged out by 0.27. How close is this?
That's insane. I mean, look at that spread right there.
This is as close as it gets, ladies and gentlemen. Jamie O'Brien with an 18.47. Kai Barger just right behind him.
Yeah, and I can tell you, Kai is he's hunting. He wants more.
Now, if it wasn't for Jamie O'Brien's 3rd wave, that 9.47, well, Kai would have had the lead. So Jamie not holding back. A throwaway wave, an 8.33 for O'Brien.
Well, that's telling you how tight this heat is right now. Out the back.
Driving on the back door. Jamie O'Brien, where is he? I never look away anymore, because the second you look away, something miraculous happens, and Jamie O'Brien right there driving through that one. He wants that 10, and I can bet that if someone gets a 10 in this final, Shaddy will be busting out that $1,000.
He's ready to go.
He wants to give it away.
22 minutes and 45 seconds remaining, and what could have been a final for the first 10 minutes was already dramatic enough. There has been a 9.33, a 9.47, an 8.33, a throwaway score, an 8.87, a 9.0, and these are the dream waves. These guys.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, with that much time left, we haven't seen anything yet from John, John, and Nate. You know those guys are hungry, and I would not count them out. Even though both first and second are out in the lead right now, both John, John, and Nate are going, oh yeah? Well, wait, we're getting the next ones.
Well, when it was John John Florence winning last year, he won with 2-wave total of an 18.36. Well, look at this. How close is that? 18.47 for Jamie O'Brien.
Here we go, out the back.
Yeomans is not giving up. He's deep on this one.
That was a sick one.
Yeah, there's 21 minutes remaining. This thing is wide open, and right there throwing a mean power hack. Nate Yeomans made his way, scrapped into the final, and he's ready to fight.
We've got White out the back.
And it is Kai Barger looking to better an 8.87.
Throwing a frontside air right there.
It's all about first, second, third, or fourth. And if you're in fourth, obviously, at least move to that 3rd spot or the 2nd spot. For Kai Barger, he needs a 9.15.
Yeah, and you can see on your screen right now, John John's in 4th, but we know what he's capable of and the way he's been doing this in these heats. So keep an eye on him.
You know what? Got to watch out for the sleeper guys. You give them an inch, and they're going to have to just go for broke.
This is going to be a solid score for Nate. It gets him on the board. It's going to make him build his foundation. He's going to be right back out for more.
He's going to need to at least try to match
live action.
Barger or O'Brien.
He's going to have to match what he just saw right there when he was piling back out. Jamie O'Brien on his backhand, absolutely ruthless out here.
I have a feeling that John John is waiting for a wave, and he's going to backdoor. Basically, he's going to be on the pipe side of the wave and make a long run because, I don't know.
You know what? He knows what he's got to do. He knows that he's been in this position a couple of heats already, and
But he needs
I
two
could
waves.
see, yeah, he needs two waves.
right now.
So here's Jamie on his last wave, a medium insider. He's having a ball out there. I mean, when he's free surfing, he gets pretty much whatever wave he wants, but especially in a contest, he seems to be such a magnet out here.
Okay, and watch out, you guys.
Look at live. Look what we've got here.
John Florence, he's going to let it go. He's going to give it to Nate Yeomans. No, Yeomans doesn't. The next one's even bigger. Watch for Jamie O'Brien to switch stance in the barrel. That's my next call. What do you think?
It's possible.
Cote?
Definitely
Yeah, I mean,
possible.
this
is a bomb
right here.
Here we go, out the back.
John Florence
John
late.
on a thickie.
Okay, if he comes out, this is a 10, no doubt. Where is he?
Oh, wow.
Just getting eaten, and that was an insane. That was the
Yep.
biggest wave of the final for sure. And John just making that drop, and he just got clipped right at the end. That was looking like a 10.
You know,
sure.
and the guys are probably pushing each other deeper and deeper into the lineup, and that was a tough one because he was pretty deep on that one.
Well, he's hearing these scores and he's thinking, God, you know what? Backdoor's not opening up for me. I got to take off on this bomb. That's his third wave. John Florence, our defending champion, with a 1.7 and a 1.43. That was his third wave. Jamie O'Brien's thrown away an 8.33. He's got a pair of 9s in there, a 9.0 and a 9.47 to take the lead. He is edging out Kai Barger by 0.27. What does Kai Barger need to do? He needs a 9.15. Well, your pipeline, 10s are available out there. Take a look at this backdoor runner. Who's going to get it? Is
Here
it
we go.
worthy? No.
Nobody wants it.
But the next one might be. That's the thing. Every set here, you know, there's a 2, 3, 4 wave sets. One of them probably will be a 10.
And guys,
if you're
I
in
don't
the
know.
right
I don't
spot.
know if it's me, but does it look like it's cleaning up just a little bit out there?
Paddle battle. O'Brien.
Look at this.
O'Brien
Little
up
too deep.
again, and just
Yeah, a little too deep.
so these guys are all being pushed so deep on the pipe into the bowl, and they're all looking at the houses. Who knows who they have spotting for them up there?
And yeah, and their little markers. You know, I'd line up with this tree or that side of the fence.
Right, exactly. So there's the top level. These guys are.
There was
you know,
Bruce and Barney and I believe Ty Van Dyke. What a great guy. Thanks for the hosting. And Kai Borg.
Yep. Good crew.
Running the ship. Now
Solid
Chava
crew.
Greenlee. Oh, man. Love the way that guy races motocross as well. He and Sonny are phenomenal.
Yeah.
And the Olsons, yeah, well. Looking at the lineup, we still have plenty of time remaining. 17:56. You want a miracle? Will it happen? John Florence, defending champion, is comboed by 18.48. What does that mean? He needs a perfect 10 and an 8.48 to take the win. Nate Yeomans comboed. He needs an 18.48 to take the win.
And out the back.
There's the barrel he's
There
looking
he
for.
is.
Backdoor. John Florence staying with it.
God, the magician.
Well, don't poke a sleeping giant, because that's what's going to happen to you. John Florence is he's starting to wake up out there, and that's
starting
when
to get his game on.
Things start getting interesting.
You know what? His heats, they've started off slow. He's been selective. He's waiting for the waves, and then all of a sudden, he starts charging from the basically off the wall, or Jamie O'Brien right in front of his house is the one camera.
Yeah, I mean, that's going to be a good score right now, but look, you're going to need high 8s and 9s to even get yourself back into this heat. So John Florence will get back out there. Him and Nate Yeomans playing catch up.
These guys are hunting.
Well, John Florence moves up into the third spot, 6.33 and a 3.60. He's still looking for an 8.48 minimum to get out of the combo and take the win or take the lead right now. They have pushed themselves basically. They're getting closer to off the wall.
Yeah, well,
look at
you
them,
know,
look how far off they are.
everybody's looking. I want to be in the right spot, and it's all about positioning right now. You can see how tight that pack is, and that's going to happen. And you can kind of see here.
John coming back.
You see yellow coming back up. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's John going kind of over to the corner, so he knows what he's got to do.
Yeah, Wooly, how did you pull it off? How did you and Surfline come together and make things happen with the swells that?
You know, Mother Nature has just blessed us once again, and it was kind of a full cat and mouse looking at all the reports and when should we run. But man, we just seem to I don't know, when the stars align, we seem to get some great waves. So we're stoked. Thank you, Mother Nature.
Well, we're looking out in the water right now. 15 minutes, 50 seconds remaining. JOB out in front, edging out Kai Barger, who is breathing on the back of his neck. John Florence, he's still in that combo situation. He needs a total of 18.48. Yeomans same position in a combo. We have sets on the horizon. There's the Pipeline Beach, the Aikai Beach Park right there. The fans coming out. Technically, this is, I guess, late season Hawaii, but this is right when it starts
prime time.
Local season over here, and the waves are going to be good for the next couple months.
Yeah, and it's really, and it's, you know what? It's looked like the winds have kind of backed off a little bit. It's gotten a little bit cleaner out there. We've got some nice little lines coming in out the back.
Starting to stack up again. Yeomans looking for an 18.48, as does John John Florence, because Jamie O'Brien has an 18.47 two-wave total. Kai Barger needs a 9.15. The other two guys need a combination of 2 scores, so they're looking for at least a perfect 10 or at least an 8.47. Anything in between will help them. This right here.
We might have something.
We got some north in it. We got maybe a backdoor runner here for this one. Is it John John Florence in yellow going backdoor? Oh my gosh, this could be a 12.
John John Florence,
John.
deep. A little too deep. So yeah, that wave had kind of, that whole set had a different kind of look to it.
Yeah, a little warble, a little more north in it.
Okay, Kai Barger then looking at pipe now.
Yeah,
that can't get it. You know, we saw John John paddle further away from everybody coming up. He's looking backdoor. He's looking for a backdoor wave.
Well, he knows it's going to take something special. I mean, he's out there looking for a 10 right now.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much the only choice.
I mean,
that's the only choice you have.
I mean, that's, you know.
Hold on, that's like playing golf and looking for a hole-in-one. Is it going to happen?
But these guys can do it, and on a wave like that, it can happen. Anything's possible here, Dave. Anything's possible.
I'd say it's harder to get a 10 at pipe than a hole-in-one. Throw that out there.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, I don't golf, so.
Well, you're not going to be thrown onto your face on the reef trying to get a hole-in-one. I'll tell you that much.
Okay, John John's back to his position again. Take a look.
Oh, wow, look at that. You can see it in the lineup
He's justified
here.
Right.
Yeah, he's hunting. So you got John John in third hunting, and the other guys are the hunted.
Well, deep in the lineup to the goofy footer is going to backdoor something at pipe, and that's Kai Barger. And in between is Jamie O'Brien. We've talked about switch stance, switch foot. He can do it, and will a switch stance wave help him out? Jamie O'Brien, your leader right now, trying to replace a 9-0. Here he is at backdoor. And no, he decides to go at pipe.
He's so deep. He's holding onto his rail, comes out in the spit. Well, it's like clockwork.
Yeah,
he just does that over and over.
What's in Jamie's head right now is he's trying to keep those other guys off waves like that. He knows, he knows he's got 2 top scores. It's going to take a lot to better those, but he doesn't want those other guys to get it. He was looking right and decided to play a little defense and get a shack, and he is trying to replace a 9-0. He's been busy. He's been busy, but part of it's offense, but there's a lot of defense right now, especially as we're already halfway through the heat.
A lot of it's got to just be J.O.B. loves to surf, and he loves nothing more than to get barreled. So he's using every wave as opportunity. If he's got a sick little peak in front of him, he's going. Our crew shooting these HD images, it looks spectacular. Surfer in Blue Yeomans looking at this. The replays, they look better than what we see the initial first time. It is just amazing to see it. We were talking about that. You can look at it on TV. It almost looks better than in live person. We've seen about 17 surf videos made throughout this whole event. I mean, highlight reels could go on for hours. Wow. And the real quick, I'm almost just exhausted. As we're waiting, the true story of Black and White. You were the producer director. Shot on Super 8. Shot on Video 8. That was shot on like VHS, and we did shoot a little Super 8, but the majority was just on one of my buddies from college that I went with. After we graduated, we had this little project to make a movie on Kelly. And I asked John, hey, you want to partner up and work together on this thing? And it actually turned out a lot bigger than we thought it was going to be. The best story about Richard Wolcott doing this movie, he had this brilliant idea of, let's make a VHS copy, let's sell the copy, but you told the world to do what? Oh yeah. We thought it would be good to just get it out there. So we told all the kids, if they bought one, to make a whole bunch of copies and give it away for free. Give it away for free. You suggested to people buy it and then duplicate it and give it away for free. Maxing sets on the horizon. And talking about free, our camera crew has done an amazing job. And the challenge here, it's glassing off. The wind's turning offshore. We've got 10 minutes and 58 seconds remaining. What do we have out the back, Jack? This one, John John Florence taking a look over. Look at the size of that wave. Oh, that was. Where did that thing come from? That was the dragon that got away. Well, there's one more. It's going to drain on the reef. Kai Barger kicking and scratching. Needs a 9.15. boom. That wave was offering him nowhere to go, and smartly straightening out, because if he would have tried to get around that section, he would have just got axed.
Jamie O'Brien looking at this one.
Which way is he's going? Left.
Whoa.
Oh, he's got a lot of bump in the wave here.
High speed warble O'Brien. No magic there. That was crazy.
A foamy stomach.
Hey, I'll tell you what, that first wave was mental.
Yeah, I mean, just when you think things are calming down and the party is subsiding, a couple new people show up and it starts raging again.
That was like the latecomer, huh?
Kai makes the drop.
DJ just, the wave gods just cranked it up a little bit right there.
Well, I'll tell you what, for Kai, that was smart because he's right back out. I mean, that was, if he could have pulled into that, he might have broken his board or broken a leash or something, but he pops right back out into the lineup because right now, I mean, he's hungry.
That was a crazy two-wave set.
I mean, if you look at these scores right here, I mean, Kai's looking at that going, I just need a little bit more and I can win this thing.
He's right on the edge, and you can bet he's scratching and kicking to get back out there to get in position.
And I'll tell you, Jamie does not want to give it to him.
No, Jamie O'Brien is not a guy who will give you an inch out here. You've seen him. He's got the most waves out of anyone. It's not like he's feeling that comfortable out there with these two high scores. He knows that anyone in this heat is capable of getting a 10 at any given time. It's just a matter of where you're at in the lineup, and he knows the lineup as good as anyone.
Nasty Nate Yeomans, the 30-year-old goofy footer in the lineup. And Nasty Nate, don't count him out.
And Dave, I got to tell you, we were just talking about Mother Nature, and I don't think it's just my eyes, but man, does it look like it's cleaning up out there.
It is. It's looking beautiful.
It's a lot prettier than it was even 20 minutes ago.
You know what's interesting is that John John Florence and Yeomans are really kind of on top of one another. They're looking for a combination of two scores. They're looking for that 10 to get into the hunt with Barger and O'Brien. Kai Barger needs a 9.15. Jamie O'Brien trying to replace a 9.0. We're down to 8 minutes and 25 seconds remaining. There are people on the beach. They cannot believe what they're seeing because yesterday it was non-stop action all the way through, and today you go, well, it's going to kind of fizzle out.
But it hasn't.
It is getting better. Look at this wave coming through.
It has not. It seems like this swell has been going in like different intervals. It'll slow down and then pick up again. And unfortunately for us, looks like the tides change and the conditions have gotten better, and we've got some great waves here for the final.
Wind switched around a bit, but what's so strange about this is that it's kind of been on the same heading. Now and then you see a wave that looks like it's coming more out of the north, but this direction, surfline.com forecasting this direction to hold for the day, and I believe you and Marty Thomas, Dave Shipley,
Mr. Brad
Riddle,
Mr. Brad Doherty, and everybody chiming in and said, let's run it. Hey, there's a happy camper right there, former lifeguard, and that is Mr. O'Brien.
Go flat.
7 minutes, 35 seconds. Mick O'Brien is cheering on his son, Jamie, and he's an awesome character. But hey, right now we're looking out there, and the ocean is relaxing for about 1 minute, but you can bet another set's going to come through.
Guys, what time do we have left for the?
We've got 7 minutes, 7:17.
Okay, 7:17. Anything can still happen.
We've seen guys get waves of in the 9s and 10s in a matter of a minute and a half.
Yeah, we've seen major change in some of these critical heats under that 5-minute mark.
If you've got that 10 up your sleeve, now's the time to pull it out.
And that's why Mick O'Brien, a lifeguard of 22 years, sits there and watches his son in the lineup. His son has won the Pipe Masters. He's won this event 3 times. He's going for a 4th title here. He's going for another trophy. His trophy, it's not Raleigh. It's at his secret little secondary place. He prizes his trophy so much.
The trophy is beautiful. There's no doubt about that.
Does he need 2 of them? Well,
I'll tell you what, in his mind, he wants this just as bad as the first one.
Well, you see the crew out there, out the back, tightening up. That's what we see every heat, nice and spread out at the beginning. But as these things start to wind down with 6 minutes, 15 seconds, they are absolutely on top of each other. They're within inches. Their arms and elbows are banging against each other when they're paddling for these waves. They're looking at the beach, lining up with their spots, and they're all praying for surf. Even, Jamie, who could pray for it to be flat for the rest of the time, he's not like that. He wants this thing to end in a battle.
In a battle, yeah. And Jamie's trying to hold that top spot, and Kai he can taste it.
Nobody even looking at this little runner at that back door or something. The pipe's going to kind of crumble. Jamie O'Brien opens with a 9.0, then an 8.33, then a 9.47. The rest has been a little defense, or he's trying to do the impossible on a wave that just doesn't allow it. He has been so busy. 8 waves for O'Brien, and he still has gas in the tank.
And I think they're going to get busy again.
Oh, look at the waves coming through here.
Well, the crowd is starting to whistle and hoot from the houses and beach.
Looks like we got a nice A-frame out the back.
Now, John John Florence has shifted from justified left to right to left now. John John is in position for a big pipe bomb.
Okay, let's see what we got. Keep your eyes on the horizon.
There's the paddle battle, and it's
Got a
John
battle.
John Florence looking for a 10.
On his backhand, right here. It's coming out. John John Florence.
Goodness, see?
I said
Nice.
it. If you
Magic
got,
once
a 10
again.
up your sleeve, pull it out now.
Watch
and that's
out,
gonna
look
be
at this.
close.
Jamie O'Brien going to answer back.
Oh, my goodness.
J.O.B.
Oh.
These guys are brothers from different mothers. They know pipeline, and right there, I mean, how stoked are these guys? Okay, this thing has just been split wide open.
Yeah.
John John Florence across the board. Give me one more. Come on, give me one more. We want to see this thing be a perfect 10.
Well, right now, if you throw the high and the low, John John's going to have it. Will it be a perfect 10? It's going to be a 10-point ride. What's interesting about this, he's out of the combination situation, and now we have 3 guys in the hunt with 4 minutes and 10 seconds.
We still have 4 minutes left. Those guys are getting right back out.
Waiting for the
Look at this
Brazilian
wave.
judge.
Here's this
Look
thing.
at
It's
this
so,
wave.
I mean, such a mean wave. He's completely gone and just comes out, and you rarely will see John John claim a wave, but that thing deserved a big one, and it's a perfect 10 across the board, ladies and gentlemen. John John is back in the mix.
John John is still in 3rd, believe it or not. He has a 2-wave total of a 16.33, now needs a 9.4. Last wave for Jamie O'Brien into a scoreline as a 9.93, his best wave.
I'm speechless.
These guys are dropping
That
bombs
was incredible.
right here.
Now look at this replay here.
So this one, I mean, equally as gnarly as the John John wave before, just getting under that thing, perfectly ridden. He's rewarded
Wow,
with a
that is a beautiful
9.93.
wave.
Great job on the judges. The minute detailed differences between those 2 waves, the difference between a 0.10. So right there, Jamie O'Brien improves his second score to a 9.93.
We were kind of being goofy commentators. You know what? These guys are looking for perfect 10s. That's what they need to get out of the combination situation. And
It's
John John Florence delivers.
Yep.
It's no joke.
You can never count that guy out all the way to the end.
Nate Yeomans now with a 517-240. Well, you know, this is it. Yeomans is in the mix. He's looking for a 10 to get out of the combination situation. John John Florence now he's in 3rd. Get this, he's in 3rd. He needs a 9.40 to overtake O'Brien. Kai Barger is in 2nd, but he's in a combination situation. Figure that one out. That means John John Florence has such a high score here, and he's got to get rid of that 613, and it's a paddle battle.
Jamie O'Brien is not going to let young John John get anything out there. He's going to sit on him all day.
So Kai Barger with a 9.33 and an 8.77 is in the combination situation with Nate Yeomans, and Jamie O'Brien is paired off with John John Florence in the MMA battle.
And how much time do we got, Dave? Where are we?
Oh, we're going to extend the clock. I'd like to see this for another hour.
Okay.
A minute and 55 seconds remaining.
So we've got time for probably 1 solid set. Looking out at the ocean right now. Little bit of bump out the back. Not sure if we've got something contestable as of yet, but let's keep our eyes peeled on the horizon.
Well,
a minute 40 seconds. This is coming down to the wire.
Well, this QS event has been going on since '85, and Kerry Terrakina winning, Mickey Nilsson, Aaron Napoleon, Tony Moniz, Ronnie Burns, Liam McNamara, Derek Coe, Vitia David, Sonny Garcia, Larry Rios, Dwayne Mackey, Andy Irons, Johnny Gomes back-to-back, Derek Coe, then Carlos Cabrera, Bruce Irons back-to-back, Jamie O'Brien, Dosselin winning, right? Tom Grum, Poncho Sullivan, Rob Machado, Jamie O'Brien, Poncho Sullivan, and then more recently the Volcom Pipe. It's Jamie O'Brien and last year John John Florence and the two
guys that are going neck and neck right now.
Well, I mean, John with that 10, that just puts him in third place. That's the craziest part about it. His second score is a 6.33. So, you know, Barger's still got a shot at this.
Nice scripting there, Mr. Wolcott. Take a look at the lineup. We have 44 seconds remaining.
Oh, boy.
We have 16-second intervals. We have a chance for 1 or 2 or 3 waves.
We've got, what, 35 seconds? About?
33.
33,
32.
and we have got...
Oh,
and we have
there
got...
goes, he's making a break right
we
now.
have got lines out the back, ladies and gentlemen.
John
Hold on to your
Florence
seats.
going for
Hold
a Hail
on to your
Mary.
seats.
He's got a backdoor barrel. Look at this. John is going to go backdoor pipe. He's going backdoor. Going for the 10. Underneath the left. John Florence.
Oh my! The beach is going absolutely berserk.
Watch out. Out the back. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Kai Barger just launching himself.
My goodness.
And the judges, I can hear
Mother
them
Nature.
stomping on their feet.
Touchdown.
We could be seeing history in the making again here at the Pipeline.
That
John
was
Florence
unbelievable.
just unleashed a beast. We already have an excellent score on the board.
This kid, that was unbelievable. Did that just happen?
What in a final where second place is comboed, third place has a shot because he has a perfect 10 and needs possibly another perfect score to get it. In the final seconds.
Talk about Mother Nature going, you know what, I'm going to throw you a little prize, a little extra icing on the cake.
Well, we're waiting for the judges
I'm
to...
thinking John did it. That was a wave that...
That was unbelievable. And you know what? He was paddling looking like he was going left to fade to be as deep as possible.
You know what? You might have to split. John, okay, he's got a 10. He's got a 9.9. Remember, John Florence needs a 9.40. 2 judges give it to him. Looking for the third judge.
Well,
this is a heartbreak for O'Brien.
This is heavy.
Yeah.
Look at this. A 9.5.
His boys
a 10.
are making the call right there.
Wow,
John Florence.
They're already bringing John up the beach.
The miracle
shared
buzzer
off the beach.
beater.
To 9.93. John Florence takes it out in the end. Almost getting the perfect 20. So close. That was the closest finish I've ever seen.
That was crazy. That was crazy. That was unbelievable.